Texture is the way something feels with your fingers, or the way it looks like it could feel if you are to touch it. And it is one of the elements of art, which is the building blocks of art. So again, texture is the way something feels or the way it looks like it could feel. If you touch the tree, it would feel rough and bumpy. That is a texture. If you're making something like a sculpture, then it's easy to add texture. You can just add some spikes or bumps, and if you actually touched your clay or sculpture project, it would feel like that texture. But also, you can draw or paint texture. This monster right here, he kind of looks fluffy and furry. In order to do that, the artist used some curvy zigzag lines to show the fur texture of this monster. These two types of textures each have a name. The kind where you can actually touch and feel the texture is called real texture. The kind of texture that looks like it might feel like hair or slime, but it's actually flat, it's just a drawing, is called visual texture because you just look at it with your eyes. To make real texture, you can either glue things onto your project or form it with clay to actually make it bumpy, prickly, furry, or whatever other texture you would like to add. Or you could even layer some paint like Vincent van Gogh did in A Starry Night. He used a lot of paint, so if you were to touch his paintings, it would actually be bumpy. You can also use collage to make real texture. You can use things like cardboard, cotton balls, yarn, and if you glue these objects onto your artwork, it would have real texture. To make visual texture, you would draw or paint the way you think it would feel. So this one right here, to make the hair look shiny and stringy, the artist used some lines and also value, dark parts to show the shadow so that it looks shiny. In this one here, the artist used some bumps and drip lines to show that these letters look like it might feel like slime, which is visual texture. By using visual textures, you can make your artwork look very realistic. Artist Chuck Close used different textures for the hair, the shiny glasses, the clothes, and all these different areas to show a very realistic painting.